Alrighty, we're going to add a outlet here to be plugging in extension cords for outdoors. So we're going to use what is called a GFI receptacle, since it's going to be for being used outdoors. Extension cords going outdoors, so we have to use a GFI. So we're going to staple up here. Right down along our board here. We'll keep our staples all nice and even along here. So we have our screw here for our grounding screw. So we'll open up our knockout here. Make sure we get our Romex connector on here nice and tight. Yeah, we'll center it right on here like this. Get the box nice and straight. Screw it in nice and tight. Get it straight. Let's see if we can drill a hole in here with a screw to make the one screw go in easier. Here we go. We'll get our round screw in here. Okay, so we bound our ground wire to our box here with a green screw. not going to go, it's not going to go. You don't get upset. If something does not fit, it does not fit. You don't get upset about it either. So we'll back these screws out a little bit here. If the screw fits, good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You don't get upset. You don't frustrate, you don't carry on. If things don't fit, they don't fit. But it looks like it's going to fit. So now we'll strip our wire here. Strip everything off so it's nice and clean here. Okay, so we'll wrap our ground wire around our green screw here to ground our box, because you have to bond your ground wire to the box. Nice and tight. And now we can tighten our box back onto the wall here. That head broke, so we'll stick another one in here. We'll put another one up here. There we go, we got our box nice and solid. So what we'll do is we'll put our mud ring on here to put our GFI into the box. See how nice and deep that is? So you have plenty of room so you don't have to force the wires in or shove them in and force them. Make sure it's nice and tight here. Oh, thank you, Lord, for my sore back. Okay, so now we're ready to hook our GFI receptacle up. It's made by Eaton. We'll look at the back here. It says line here, load here, and we're not going to be using the load terminal, so we're going to just close them so the screws are out of the way of everything and they don't touch anything. Here in the country I was born in, black is live. It goes to your brass colored terminal, the narrow slot. White is neutral, goes to the silver colored screw, and that's the wider slot. And if it's a 20 amp, it's the T slot. And of course your ground wire goes down here on the green screw. I'll shorten these up a bit here. Okay, so I'll strip with our number 12 hole. Let's verify our strips are just long enough. That's good. That's good. So we're going to take and put our black line. I'll start with our white. So we'll put our white line on our silver colored terminal here. Okay, so we'll make sure our insulation is just up to the bottom of the pressure plate there. Tighten it up. There's our white. We'll put our ground under our green terminal here. Make sure it goes up through all the way. Make sure it's in all the way. Make sure it's nice and tight like that. And we'll take our black wire and put it under our brass terminal here. Okay, good length there. So we make sure we don't get our insulation caught under our screw head there, or under the pressure plate. Make sure it's nice and tight. Our copper is under the pressure plate all the way, and our insulation's not caught. So now we can fold our wires into our box. So we'll go down and up with our black and white, like this, and we'll keep our ground wire down, and we'll go across. We'll go zigzag, and we'll keep it down at the bottom here. We'll keep our black and white like this, and we'll make sure our ground wire is staying down away from everything. Make sure nothing's going to be, our wires are not going to be hitting our screws. And we'll just make sure it's going to sit straight here, and we'll just tighten it up by hand so we don't strip our holes out. Make sure it's nice and straight here. One, two. If I can find my flashlight, I'll look and verify our screws aren't hitting the wires. And if I don't have it, I don't have it. I'm not going to get upset. If you don't have something, you don't have it. That's all. Well, I couldn't find that flashlight, but I'm not going to get upset. I don't even care about it. If it's gone, it's gone. So that screw is not hitting anything. That one is not hitting anything. And we'll just test it and verify that it's working. Push the reset button, it's on. Test it, it's off. Alrighty, so that is how to install a GFI receptacle on a 20 amp circuit using a 20 amp GFI receptacle. Here in the country I was born in, we use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop or a 220-240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. And this is how we wire a GFI on a 20 amp circuit, 120 volt, black live, white neutral, and the bare wire is the ground. Peace. Thanks for watching.